Is it something to do with Field Marshal Montgomery's partiality to a good fried breakfast, the full Monty? Or is it something to do with those men who took all their clothes off in that film to that Tom Jones song? Or is it simply an excuse to put a massive blue tent in a field in Pontypridd and have one of the best live music festivals we've seen for ages? Welcome to the full Ponty. And this is what's coming up. Hugely successful rock band Funeral for a Friend playing a storming set with the boys from Pontypridd and Bridgend happy to be back on home turf.
I love Welsh girls. You know why I love Welsh girls? Because one Welsh girl could outdrink a small Canadian village.
Fun at the Fringe event with a lineup of fresh new comedy talent.
Don't kill people, rappers do.
Those infamous tracksuited rappers Goldie Looking Chain doing their Welsh hip-hop thing. The Ukulele Orchestra of Great Britain.
Face to face with the ragged truth, I'm mixed up and torn.
Crowd pleaser and legendary rock musician Mike Peters from The Alarm playing a rare acoustic set at Club Bont. And highly acclaimed folk from The Fringe, Karine Polwart playing live. There's so much going on, and this is the main arena where all the big full Ponty gigs are happening. Tonight's headliners, Feeder, are on stage. Stage. This is where the Goldie Looking Chain are hanging out before they go on stage at the full Ponty.
Yeah.
How are you all? You okay?
Good. He's got women's sunglasses on.
Adam stole these off a Paris Hilton lookalike.
Yeah.
They're looking good, Adam.
She was lovely, man, I'm telling you.
Will today be your first gig in Pontypridd then as the GLC?
We have done a gig here before.
Have you?
We have.
Yeah, we did. No, we did one up the road
In the
in
Muni Arts Centre.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is nice because they've put it on nice now, where it's like a gypsy campsite. Here.
I feel like Mikey Carroll's extended family.
Seriously,
it's amazing.
it's lovely.
It's really, really
It
nice.
buzzed me.
I was going to say, it buzzed me, as Mikey Carroll say. I'd like to get an old Jaguar and drive it around in a circle for 2 hours now and kick up a load of dust.
Can we do that?
Looking forward to the gig tonight then, on stage.
We're doing a gig, are we?
We're on a pop show tonight.
I thought we just had to stay in a porta cabin for 5 hours.
No, you're contractually obliged to play.
Brilliant.
Well.
Oh,
Is that what this
right.
is?
It buzzed me. That's all I can say. It buzzed me.
That's why
There you
we're
go.
on it.
Goldie Looking Chain.
Oh, look at that.
8 o'clock.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be a high energy
Fifth
cavalcade.
band.
Fifth band on.
And look,
band on.
Dayton, he's playing there. He's playing about 7
He's
times.
doing loads.
He's doing all right, isn't he?
It's going to be good.
Gonna be
We're
busy.
going to have a good time.
Have a good one tonight, lads. Enjoy the full Ponty.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice
And,
one.
you know,
Thank you.
feel free to tuck into your rider. It's there for you to enjoy.
If you want to take a sandwich, or any of you lot, you know what I mean. I know you're overworked and
What's
underpaid.
that?
I don't know.
What is that?
That's a scale replica of Misty's inner thigh, let's just say, enlarged by twice as much. And once you have a shower after the show, you'll see what I mean.
Guns don't kill people, rappers do. Ask any politician and they tell you it's true. It's a fact, music makes you mad. And like Michael Jackson telling little Timmy to be silent. You don't believe me? here's my height. Offer me the record and I'll show you the type of criminal. This rap shit is breathing. It's a fact that MC Hammer left me bleeding. Remember kids, turn the head, double tap. Guns don't kill people, it's just rap. Guns don't kill people, rappers do. Woo-hoo-hoo. Guns don't kill people, rappers do. Woo-hoo-hoo. Guns don't kill people, rappers do. I seen it in a documentary on BBC Two. Shot to death outside of a value. Guns blazing like Michael Caine in Zulu. Gun statistics are sometimes misleading. The type of criminal rap is breeding. Shot in the chest, no wonder you stop it breathing. Two for the bass over how you receive it. Remember rap tracks in 87. Scott Lamont's up in hip-hop heaven. Biggie and Tupac, R.I.P. With Jam Master J's in the cemetery. Guns don't kill people, rappers do. Guns don't kill people, rappers do. Guns don't kill people, rappers do. From Bristol Zoo to B&Q. I wanna rap, I wanna rhyme. In a song now, in a gun crime. It's the sign of the times like Prince changing his name. Can I have a shooter to be in the rap game? My mud ball's about to snap. Guns don't kill people, it's just rap. Guns don't kill people, rappers do. Guns don't kill people, rappers do. Thanks.
Away from the main full Ponty site and just over the river, I find Amy Wadge hanging about. Are you okay?
I'm very well, how are you?
I'm okay. We're underneath Club Abont where you're playing tonight.
We certainly are.
And you have been busy gigging recently?
Yeah, I've just been out doing a tour for the new album, which came out in April, so I've just been doing a tour of the UK, so I've got one more week to go, and I'm here tonight, so...
It's obviously something you enjoy very much.
Oh, hell yeah, I love touring, so yeah.
Excellent
So
stuff.
good.
Will you give us a little taster of what the gig will be like tonight?
I will do. I'll do the title track of the new album, and it's called No Sudden Moves.
Amy Wadge.
Sink or swim, lose or win, don't know where I stop at. You begin, well, it's once in a lifetime. You are my lifeline, and I'm holding on with everything I've got. Still as I can. How you hold me, you choose. Gonna lie as still as I can. Don't wanna lose you. I won't make no sudden moves. No sudden moves.
Well, it was an incredible atmosphere when Feeder were headlining the main stage here at the full Ponty. Now, I've come a little bit out of town to the Muni Arts Centre, where there's all sorts of fringe gigs happening this weekend. And tonight, it's some of Wales's newest comedians, making the audience roar with laughter. Here we go.
Cheers. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. I'm not colour prejudiced, but I f***ing hate blue people. I was going for a walk, and I went into a lost property office. There was a bloke in there, an old bloke. I said, "Is this a lost property office?" He looked at me, he said, "At last," he said, "you found us." I went into an ironmonger's. It was a key cutter's. I had my key. I said, "Excuse me, sir, would you copy my key for me?" He said, "Certainly, just one moment."
What about Sian Lloyd? I think she's great, isn't she? She's brilliant. Brilliant, because she's just been a bit of, like, sensationally sexual, isn't she, woman? You know, bringing a bit of showbiz to the weather. Isn't she? She's like, hello. Very big red lips, isn't she, Sian Lloyd? Hello. This is the weather. Oh, it's lovely. It's very sexual, isn't she, you know? And this thing she's got in her hand here, right? I've worked it out. It's got nothing to do with the weather. Battery-operated love eggs is what she's got in his hand here. It's got, there's some rain coming in from the north there. I'm a meteorological sex queen.
biggest problem is girls. I'd only read about girls in books. I'm dyslexic. I was going steady with a grill for 3 months. Well, 3 moths. I met her in a disco. A discotheque. You know what I mean? And I don't normally dance, right? But I don't dance normally. And I was dancing in the laser because I thought I'd get rid of the cataract at the same time. And I look over there. What do I see? I see this hourglass figure. I thought to myself, oh, I want to boil some eggs right now. Hey, thanks. Good night. Cheers.
One of the thousands of people at the Full Ponty this year is music pundit and music fan Ian Cottrell. You enjoying it?
I'm having a great time, yeah. It's cool.
Brilliant. And who are you looking forward to seeing on the lineup? Because you're always looking out for new Welsh bands, aren't you?
Yeah, well, you got the Poppies from Aberystwyth, 3-piece, very poppy, as the name would suggest. Very catchy songs, very appealing. I'm sure they're going to make a great impression on the crowd today.
Band from North Wales on the bill at the Full Ponty as well.
Yeah, a bit of representation from the Snowdonia area with the Heights. They've been touring constantly for last year, doing the MTV tour. They're going off on tour now for a month, signed to Best Before Records. They were in South by Southwest in Texas at the start of the year.
Busy then?
Busy. New single out, Jamaica Beer Eyes. I think Ponty will be glad to see them today.
Well, Ian, it's a tent and a half.
It's a bit bigger than the Eisteddfod, isn't it?
It is a bit, yeah, it's brilliant. Now, tell me a bit about the band who are about to go on. You're a big fan of the Delays?
Yeah, I like the Delays, from like south coast of England. Very poppy. Got a bit dancey as well on this new album, You See Colours. Dancey, so I reckon, they're going to get the crowd going.
Okay,
get going.
Brilliant. Should we go down the front?
Should we shout, yeah, without further delay.
Without further delay. Brilliant, Ian, brilliant. The legendary Club y Bont, founded in 1983, situated next to the river and the heartbeat of the Welsh community here in Pontypridd for years. This weekend, as part of the Full Ponty, it's one of the 3 main venues for the fringe gigs that are happening. And tonight, it's unsung hero and Welsh rocker Mike Peters.
Born into a war and peace, forced to choose between right and wrong. Each man kills the thing he loves for better or for worse. Face to face with the ragged truth, I'm mixed up and torn in two. Turn your back on the only thing that could save you from yourself. Where were you hiding when the storm roared, when the rain began to fall?
Peters, how are you doing?
Very good, Hugh. Thank you very much.
We heard a bit of you sound checking earlier on.
Oh, yeah.
And everything sorted out for the gig tonight?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it because I don't get to do that many acoustic shows like this these days, so it was a nice opportunity to be able to come to this festival and play acoustic guitar. And I don't have a set list to play, I just go on and feed off the audience. Whoever shouts out for the song usually gets it.
After all time building up comes inevitable knocking down. Come receive us, liars, gamblers, pickpocket entourage.
When you play an acoustic show, you want to be able to go with the flow, because sometimes you can play a song and it creates a mood within the audience, and you want to kind of go with that sometimes. So you never quite know, really.
Well, here comes your third degree. Well, where you hiding when the storm broke, when the rain began to fall?
I actually really like these shows because I think they bring out the best in the musician. I've played acoustic shows here before, so it's always great to come up into the Welsh valleys. You know, there's such a great atmosphere and a great spirit in the community here, and that comes out when you play the show.
Oh, won't you give me love, give me hope, give me strength, give me someone to live for.
You've had a film crew following you recently as well, concentrating on your illness.
That's right, yeah. In December I was diagnosed with leukemia, and I've had an amazing turnaround. I've been treated in Ysbyty, Glanllwyd and Gwynedd up in North Wales, and they've brought me under control really fast. They give me the best treatment I could ever have in the world. You know, having things like cancer hanging over you, that's a terrible thing, but having rock and roll as your weapon to combat it is an amazing thing.
Give me love, give me hope, give me strength, give me someone.
Well, thanks for talking to us.
Thanks, you.
Good luck with the gig in Club of Bond tonight, and on Monday as well.
I will, and enjoy the weekend yourself.
You too. Thank
Thanks
you,
a lot,
Mike.
Hugh.
Won't you give me love?
Another gig that was happening as part of the Fringe event at the Muni, a lady called Corrine Polwart was playing, and Leah Hughes has just returned from that gig. Did you enjoy it?
Yes, it was brilliant.
What kind of atmosphere was at the Muni?
It was a very relaxed atmosphere, very intimate. We were all sat down, candles at the tables, all tapping our feet away. Last year I saw Dolgella Session Mawr.
Okay.
And that was a stand-up gig in the car park, so it was quite contrasting to that.
Yeah. And she's from Scotland, is she?
Yeah, Scottish borders, she was saying, and she had the accent as well.
Right. And so she had a warm welcome in Wales again.
Yeah, she did. She's looking forward to come back to Wales again, she said.
Some say the good things come to all those who wait. Then again, they might not come at all. You've been looking to us just around the corner, living for another day. You've been looking to the distant skyline, looking like you've lost your way. You've been looking so hard for something, your eyes are getting sore. You've been looking so hard, you just don't know what you are looking for. Some say the good things come to all those who wait. Then again, they might not come at all.
It's Corrine Polwart, one of the artists playing the many Fringe gigs as part of the full Ponty the weekend just gone. And I'm very pleased to say that Taka, Mark and Grant feeder. And welcome back to Wales. You've been all across Europe in the last 3 hours or something mad like that. How long were you out there for?
We were out for about 2 weeks, so it's it was pretty sort of compact, but it was good actually, really good tour.
Right.
We started in Munich in Germany, and then we kind of finished in Brussels.
This is your first ever gig in Pontypridd for Fever,
It is.
it?
It is our first, yeah. So, you know, well, you can look at me in a way.
No,
Have
just
you got something to look forward to?
I'm just know that you've gigged so hard over the years. I'm just surprised that you haven't been through Ponty. You've played almost everywhere else in Britain and in Wales, haven't you?
Yeah, pretty much. So, you know, it's nice to do, you know, to play somewhere new.
Yeah.
You know, there's always somewhere new to play.
Of course there is. Always little pieces on the map.
You know, you've had obviously had a lot of support, you know, the last sort of few years in Wales, and it seems to be building all the time.
It's a good venue, actually, isn't it? The park's lovely.
Yeah,
You know, a little wander around and stuff.
Yeah,
There's a little playground for the kids and nice family affair.
Something for
I like
everyone. What's the plan after the full Ponty then? Are you back on tour, back into the studio, or what?
Well, actually, no, we're doing a few more festivals. We're doing Reading, Tea in the Park. We're going to Japan in October to do a small tour. Obviously, writing new songs, you know, for the next record. If all goes well, that should be out probably early next year now. Because it wasn't come out this year because of the singles album doing so well. It's sort of, you know, been a lot busier than we expected.
Yeah.
So we're going to get that out probably January, February time. But we've already started work on it, and it's sounding really good. The new album. I'm quite excited about it.
Well, it's good to see you, and
Thanks a lot.
have a good full Ponty, innit?
Yeah, thank you. Thanks a lot.
lads.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Back in the big blue tent, and as evening turns into night, everyone's getting very excited about this next band. On stage right now with the full Ponty, this is Fight Star.
It's not all guitars here at the full Ponty, of course. You'll be pleased to know that some ukulele players have shown up. The Ukulele Orchestra of Great Britain, no less. They're playing here, one of the fringe gigs at the Muni.
Throwing it on you, got to come back for more. The boys who come down by the dozen, that ain't nothing but dancing, loving up. Need a little thing, let me light your candle, go, mama, I'm sure hard out now.
With the Ukulele Orchestra of Great Britain. Yeah, welcome to the full Ponty. Described as the independent newspaper as the best musical entertainment in the whole universe ever.
Yeah.
And you bring
Country.
in the country, okay. And you're bringing it to Pontypridd tonight. So what can we expect in Ponty?
We're going to get a trawl through popular music over the last 100, 200 years.
Okay.
Most of the songs are unsuitable for the ukulele. we'll choose.
Right.
And we do a bit of George Formby in a Russian style.
I'm leaning on a lamppost at the corner of the street in case a certain little lady comes by.
How do you go about deciding which songs you are going to do then?
Everybody brings a song along and then we play it for a bit and we see if it goes, and if it goes, we're happy with it, and if we don't like it, we never do it again.
Have you had any feedback from the people, the artists that you cover? Have you heard anything back from them?
Yes.
Good things? Bad things?
I don't think we're allowed to talk about it.
We're going through legal proceedings.
Who's the black private dick? Who's a hit with all the chicks?
Shaft!
Can you dig it? That's what he says on the lyric sheet anyway.
Shaft!
Who is the man who'd risk his neck for his brother man?
Shaft!
That's the fella.
Shaft!
So what's next in the world of ukuleles then? I mean, is there a new album coming out?
Yeah, yes, new album coming.
Right.
And some tours, Sweden, Germany, Australia, New Zealand coming up.
Shall we finish off with a little song? Would you
What
like
do you want?
to? Do you want to do Kiss?
Yeah.
Go on then.
In honour of Tom Jones?
Oh, cheeky one, you.
You don't have to be beautiful to turn me on. Just wanna be your body, baby, from dusk till dawn. You don't have to be experienced to try me out. You just leave it all up to me. They'll show you what it's all about. You don't have to be rich to be my girl. You don't have to be cold to rule my world. Ain't no particular sign I'm compatible with. I just want your extra time and your kiss. Thank you so much.
From one extreme to another, we're leaving the ukuleles behind for a bit. We've come and see the Fringe Festival in full swing. Now, I'm told Kudos is the best nightclub in Pontypridd. It's also the only nightclub in Pontypridd, and if you're easily offended, it's best advised to turn channels right now. Still with us? Good, because the boys from Dirty Sanchez are inside. All right, lads?
I'm Pritchard from Dirty Sanchez, and this is the full Ponty. Boobless.
We're in the glamorous setting of the main backstage area, and I'm with the Automatic. How are you doing?
Good. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Excellent. Let's do better than that. Come on. I'm with the Automatic.
Hey! Oh!
Shut up. This is what we do.
Running
performance by the Automatic at a festival, Penny.
Yeah, right here in Ponty in the sun and the drizzle and the rain, like it should be.
Making festival history.
It should be good, yeah, right here.
Welsh history. Making Welsh history as well. You're very busy at the moment, lots of gigs coming up. The single Monster is all over the radio and it's not even out yet, is it?
No, it's out on the 5th of June. It's pretty good news though. I mean, we've been A-listed all over the shop, and it's really great to hear it on like rock stations as well as pop stations. It's really good to cross over.
And then the album, when can we expect to hear the debut album?
19th of June. It's called Not Accepted Anywhere. Yeah.
Is that something to do with you as people, or...?
More to do with MasterCard. Yeah, just stole the idea from MasterCard because they're accepted everywhere, and we're not.
Have a brilliant full Ponty, the Automatic.
Thank you. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Confused mind bruised, it seeps out. It seeps out. It seeps out. Face down, hometown looks so grey. Face down, hometown looks so grey. Convex you bent with that shout. Shout and shout. Stand up, push off, get moving. Get moving. Get moving. What's that coming over the hill? Is it a monster? Is it a monster? What's that coming over the hill? Is it a monster? Is it a monster? What's that coming over the hill? Is it a monster? Is it a monster? Is it a monster?
Well, we're going to have a little break from the music for now, and I'm back at the Muni Arts Centre for some more late-night comedy.
Like a lot of people, I've been watching the news. Very depressing, isn't it? Especially that CNN, always the same thing. Murder, death, the end of the world's coming, we're all gonna die. That's why I like watching the Canadian news. It's always a little lighter. It's like, someone stole all my wood. News at 11, my wood's still gone. My dog's pregnant too. Yeah, but I did that.
I think we're very touchy in this country about our representations of Jesus Christ. You look at British representations of Jesus, what have you got? White guy, wrong already. Blue eyes, neatly trimmed beard, shirt tucked into his trousers. If anything, I think the last 400 years of Western representations of Christ seem to be heralding the coming of Noel Edmonds.
I love Welsh girls. You know why I love Welsh girls? Because one Welsh girl could outdrink a small Canadian village. Oh my God, you bitches are crazy. I love when you're watching, you're on the way to the pub, it's beautiful. It's like the gates of heaven have opened up, angels coming down the street. Then you get in the pub. You have about 50, 60, 100 pints and you change a little bit. It's like a weird Jekyll and Hyde thing, because when that door comes open, it's a different story. As soon as you're done taking a piss, we're gonna make love. You got some chips on your chin, kitten.
You big fans of Deal or No Deal? Couple of you. I'm not. I think to myself, if I want to watch poor people opening boxes which don't belong to them in the hope of finding large amounts of money, I'll go down to my local Royal Mail sorting office. Right.
Award-winning actor, singer-songwriter, Raylan Davey, welcome to the Full Ponty.
Thank you very much.
How are things?
Great, great. It's nice to be back in Pontypridd. I think I played here about 2 years ago when the stage used to be there. But it's a fantastic venue for intimate music. The guys who play in the band with me play here regularly, so they're quite excited coming back here.
Right, okay. You're married into a traditional music Irish family as well,
yeah,
is that right?
My late father-in-law was Bobby Clancy, one of the Clancy brothers, so when I first went over there to meet him, it was great. You know, he'd always go out to a pub till 5 in the morning singing, so it was a great education.
For viewers who maybe haven't heard your music before, I guess it could be described as some sort of modern folk music?
I suppose, writing songs predominantly. I'm bringing different influences, different styles into it. You know, the starting point is obviously the song, which I usually compose on guitar or piano or bouzouki or mandolin, and bring people in from different backgrounds, really. The guys who play my rhythm section are steeped in jazz, so it brings a nice angle to it.
Have a good night, Rayland, and enjoy the gig.
Thanks, Steve.
Diolch yn fawr, Rayland.
Diolch ti.
That's it! We're coming to the end of the full Ponty. You've been amazing. What a crowd. Are we going to turn the full Ponty into an annual event? Put some lights on this crowd. Put your hands up. Everybody put your hands up. This is their homecoming gig. Make as much noise as you can. This is funeral for a friend.
Gig for you tonight. You're only showing in Wales this year, Matt?
Yes, it is, and I don't know why. Well, I know why, because we're not gonna, you know, we're gonna be writing and recording a new album, so it's our last tour, and we're very, very glad to be a part of the whole full Ponty thing, you know.
Right.
We hadn't played a Welsh show this year, so this is a great opportunity to do it.
What are your impressions of the festival so far then?
It's cool. It's really well organised.
Yeah.
It seems like a real big event kind of thing, you know?
Yeah. Your guest list. Some people have issues with it. How many people are actually on your guest list?
60 now.
60?
60 now.
Okay.
It was 105.
Right, okay. Lots of friends and family in the audience tonight
Yes,
as well?
definitely. It's, you know, we don't actually come home very much.
Yeah.
So when we do, hence the reason the guest list is so big, everyone's just like, I haven't seen you in ages. Can I come to the show? And we're like, yeah, of course. You know, what are you about the numbers later? It's like, oh.
Yeah. Like somebody tells us, well, actually, you're only allowed 60.
Good luck with the rest of the year and recording the new album.
Cheers,
So we look forward to hearing the next LP, and best of luck at the full Ponty tonight.
Nice.
And thanks for letting me on your lovely tour bus. It's immaculate.
Oh, it's pretty.
Yeah, beautiful.
Anytime.
And that's it, it's time for everybody to go home. It's been an incredible first year for the Full Ponty. So much amazing live music. We'll see you again next year.
And there'll be more from the Full Ponty on Friday night at 9 here on 2W as part of Ponty Night.